Hello everybody and welcome. There we go. Let's get some picture going on. There we go. That's better. Alright, so hello everybody. Welcome to my Let's Play of Feed the Beast Infinity Involved Skyblock. This should be episode 4 if memory serves me correctly. Sometimes it doesn't. So I've done a lot. Probably more than what I had originally intended. All because I said I was going to do something and then not realize just how much work was involved to get to where I needed to be, and I don't know why I'm here. Okay. So I've rearranged how Cobblegen is done. I actually there, that looks better. So it has to be fed in through the top for cobblestone to produce lava. And then I have that through a liquid transfer node into this portable tank. Very cheap stuff. Well, I've made the transfer node not quite as much, but since we don't have ender pearls yet, and that's something we're going to figure out how we're going to do, I probably have to have some sort of mob farm started soon. So any excess cobble that's generated, which it does, so it looks like it gets up to about 15 cobble before it reaches the actual inventory and gets voided out. This will always have some sort of solid in, and it's going to try to push out the liquid lava. I'm assuming it holds about 8 buckets worth of lava from what I'm estimating. Yes, we'll get to things. Alright, so here we got our rubber tree. And we got a tree tap to go and harvest our sticky resin. It took about 2 trees before I got one that actually had the rubber stickiness. I kind of wish we had the portal mod, because then I can go and create a wall of rubber essentially. But we'll just have to deal with that, and hopefully we won't have to get too much rubber. I don't know if the Mine Factory Reloaded trees are disabled, because I can't find a recipe for them. If you guys know, let me know. I would love to know, because I'd rather have the rubber trees, those rubber trees, than these. They're a lot less hassle. So we got some agricraft going, not properly yet, but soon. So we got ourselves the melons, pumpkins, sugarcane. It has to be on sand. Potatoes, carrots, so just the basics. We're gonna eventually have to get some Pam's Harvest Craft going too, because I found out something interesting with our generations of stuff. So here, it's probably better if I get, no, that's not quite as good as a view. I don't want to take that out because that's got filters in it. Oh, I guess not. This one has the filters. Alright, we'll take this off for just a short moment. So here we have the auto hammer. It does have an interface. You just drop what you need in here, and it's going to try essentially pulverize it. It'll take what's pulverized and send it in here. So basically we put our cobblestone in here, we get gravel, and send it to our little helper. And our helper is Spectacular 101. I'm not in it because I haven't donated via Patreon yet. And I don't know if I can afford to right at the moment. So we'll just have to deal with what we got. So gravel goes in here. He goes and he works and works and works. You can put an enchanting book on here with the efficiency and fortune enchants. However, after a certain amount of time, those enchants get downgraded. I tried a little testing, and personally, I would say just avoid it altogether. If you want speed, you feed them. Apple probably do about 6 times the speed boost. If memory serves, I did a test with the Beef Wellington from Pam's Harvest Craft, and that gave me like 13.5 speed boost, and it was going pretty fast. I'd say that's your best way to do it. Unfortunately, I need to start harvesting more oak to get my apples. Well, I suppose not anymore because I got a garden started. We'll have to go and level those up to 10, 10, 10s, but I'll try to show you how it's done. Because because I think that's an important thing to show. So, since he produces most of the broken ores and then these other items, so these I have filtered not to be sent to our auto compressor. So our auto compressor takes all of our broken ores, and then once we have 4, it compresses it. It can do the coal into coal blocks, but I was like, I think I better keep them separate for now until I know for sure. And then to power them, we have these furnace generators. These were kind of a pain. I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be easy. So we got the coal, the furnaces. Then it was the redstone chipset. Yeah, assembly table. No fun. Why? And nickel and iron makes invar. And so I made those. So basically, once we have our compressed, that's when this comes in handy. In fact, I should probably show you. That'd probably be the best way to do it. And I didn't start my timer. Let's see what this start. I might be a little over, but we'll see. And for time. Oops, I don't need that many. Alright, so we'll just throw in our cobble. Unfortunately, you can't speed up the hammer. So we'll have to look at the other hammer and see if that one has like speed upgrades. But it does a decent amount. And right now it's just consuming what's in the buffer right here. We'll just power that up. Power that up. And there, see, he's going. Actually, let's go on to the other side here. And you can see his iron moving like crazy.
I can come downstairs if I want.
Alright, so as he's working, the filter here, I got 2 of them. They're inverted. To invert a filter, you just put a redstone torch in your crafting grid with it, and then that will invert it. So if it wasn't inverted, it would say only allow these items through, but inverted says do not let these items through, and that's exactly what we want. I did put in some for the dusts because I was processing some dusts. Let's see, what were they again? Skystone dust, gunpowder, bone meal, blaze powder, sulfur dust. Those and apatite were the main ones I didn't want filtered into here, just to keep the inventory clean. So alright, here we got 1 iron gravel. So I'm going to show you this neat little tool, the ore smasher. This is a neat one from X Compressium. Right click, places, break it. Oh, now you got the crushed iron ore, but it just instant converted it to sand. Oh, convenient. Break it again, and now we got the dust. Or, well, powdered versions. So that is a very handy tool. Definitely recommend doing it. It's a very simple recipe, except for the diamond. That diamond gets you. But I'd say it's well worth the investment, especially for a late game. And now we got our dust, and then any excess I got, I can go and put away in here. So then we can go and take, let's organize this a little bit better. I've got quite a bit of iron dust. Let's smelt that down. I built it 3 high. I could do more since, as you see, I do have more seared bricks that I made, but I'm not sure how high I really want it. So we got the basin for get instant blocks, and then I'm using this pattern chest to keep what we needed. So here I made a gear cast. You need aluminum, brass, or gold. Gold might be the quicker method, because that seems to be a little bit more common when you're using X-Nilo for the gather the resources. And as you see here, we have the assembly table. You put your redstone or redstone iron, redstone gold, redstone diamond to make the appropriate chipsets, it will take time, especially considering I only have one laser. The laser requires these diamantine electron tubes. So diamonds you want to get a lot of. So processing. That's going to be your beginning steps here. But the redstone and obsidian, that's pretty easy to get. As I said, I got French. Oh man, that drained it already. So it uses a ghost recipe, so you can have one diamond and then set up the recipe, and then you just put the items in here. Oh, looks like it still has kept the liquid glass. That's interesting. I thought, unless it's already losing its power. Basically, it needs power to keep the glass melted, and then once you have the items in here, it will create the appropriate tube. The assembly table. That one requires the diamond gear, which then requires the gold gear. And so yeah, we got that done. I went and let's go downstairs for just a short moment before I show you the IC2 machines. I made the generator. That was pretty easy to do. Let's see if I can spot it right away. I always have problems finding it. There we go. So the RE battery was maybe the trickier part, where you had to have an insulated tin cable. It took a while because I was waiting for the rubber. And then the electrotine is pretty common from the dusts. And the tin item casing is smashing the tin plate, which is taking 2 tins to make that. But now that we have the metal former, we can get more efficiency out of that. I think it's going to be 1 ingot per plate, I think. I could be wrong. I haven't really tested it just yet. The bat box. It'll take in and output 32 EU, but I think it has. I don't actually know what its input is. It might allow for a higher input. I doubt it. If it can, it's probably only 128 would be my best guess, because I don't think it would take the higher tier power. So that required 3 RE batteries, the insulated tin, and then planks. So they're really easy to make. I went with cable here, the copper, since it's only going to output 32. Most of these machines only accept 32, and any higher would cause them to explode, and we don't want that. We could use tin cable, which is at 32, but I kind of like to have the higher voltage going through, and if we have to, we'll go and lower the voltage with a transformer. So the electric furnace was the easiest one to make here. It was actually, I think, the first one I made. Yeah, so it required the electronic circuit, was like the most complicated part, which was the copper and plating. So that got done fast. The macerator, or macerator, however you should pronounce it, not too bad, except then the machine casing. That threw me off, because it required the iron chipset. So that takes time, because it requires 200,000 RF, and that takes time with one laser. It takes a long time. So time is going to be a thing that this took a lot longer than I expected. And then the metal former was actually kind of a tricky one, if memory serves. Or maybe not, because it had that casing. That's probably why I'm thinking of that. And then the circuit toolbox was bronze on the chest, the bronze being the bronze plate, which was 2 bronze ingots. Bronze ingots are made from bronze dust, which I'm not seeing the recipe. If memory serves, it's supposed to be like 3 copper in a tin. And then, let's see, the coils, just copper cable around the iron ingot. these are kind of slow. I mean, the electric furnace I'll probably use if I really need to process stuff, but really for ore generation, we're using the smeltery because it's doubling the ores easily. I don't think you can double the ores by pulverizing or macerating the dust. Yeah, that is, for the most part, I think what I've achieved technology-wise. And then we have all of our various ores. I tried to gather what I could, but as you see, it's not a lot. I need to go and refill up the Invar and Electrum into these two. And then I got room for another ingot. I think it's going to probably be Draconium, but I'm not sure yet. This does have Draconium in it, right? Yes, Draconic Evolution's on here. So, so we've grew the place out. Let's actually take a look at the map. Did I get that? Yeah, so I still have to go and build this area out for the magic, and I know it's going to need to be big, so we're going to have a long walkway, I think, before we, and then get that filled in. This one we might just continue to extend out this way. This is kind of like the main building processing, maybe. If I have to, I might extend this one out for auto processing and take this out of the gardening area. That's kind of the plan. Oh, and my infinite water source. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. The electric wrench. You want this as soon as you can possibly make it. Just craft it with the bronze here. But it's the small power unit that you really have to work on. Iron casing, electric motor, and that should be pretty much all the basic stuff. The reason why is you need the mode lossless in order to safely remove your Industrial Craft 2 machines. If you try to use the Crescent Hammer, or what's the other one? Probably the Influx Infused one as well. Else if I spill. Let's see. That's the hammer, crook, bow, sickle. There we go. Flux Infused Omni Wrench. Kind of like the idea that it also serves as a shears. Saves you from having multiple tools. I love that. And I suppose the battle wrench could count too. Wrench. Buildcraft wrench could do it, so can the Yetta wrench, the Forester's wrench, but it's the electric wrench that the Industrial 2 machines need to have for the lossless. Otherwise, you have a chance of only just getting the base machine, and you don't want that. That's going to be a nightmare. Funky locomotion. I didn't realize I was in here. I'll take a look at that one a little bit better. Oh, that's neat. I didn't think they had a... Huh. So, Atomic Energistics has an Applied Energistics wrench focus. That's news to me. Oh, wow, that's cheap. Oh, I can't get the recipe on this one. Okay. You're also gonna probably in the early game get the cutter for, and I believe I showed off the forge hammer in the last episode. Actually, let's take a look at our guide. What do we need right now? I know I kind of skipped some of these power options because I just don't believe in them that much. All lava power generation's been disabled in Infinity Skyblock. That's good to know. Sucks, but it's good to know. I can understand why, though. Doesn't take much to go and get, like, our cobble generator to go and fill up those crucibles and then trying to pipe out the lava. It's like the cheap man's power. So that's okay. We will accept that. Just make the needed machines to make higher tier ones. You'll note that you need a few things to produce. Forestry carpenter and thermiomic fabric. Okay, so we already took care of the thermiomic fabricator. But it looks like we might need to consider getting a carpenter. And we probably want several different ones for like the different liquids. Primary one will be using water, but some will need creosote oil. And I think if we want to do bees, one needs to be filled with honey. I could be wrong on that. Gold chest requires plates from IC2. Yeah, I kind of figured that much. Six is a good start. Okay, so we now know roughly how many lasers we're going to need, and we're going to need more diamonds. I only have 4 right now, and I want to try to save them until I absolutely have to. The Railcraft Rock Crusher. Ugh. That thing is a death trap. What I know of the Rock Crusher is if you get on top of it and it's powered, you die instantly. Don't do it. Cover it up with slabs and just use the interface on it to go and crush what you need. Otherwise you can be away from it, above it, and drop your items in and it'll crush it too, but for safety reasons, slabs on top, use the interface, save yourself a headache. Start looking at AC2 machines. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Further on the tech tree. What? Metal former. Yeah, definitely. Plates for half the material cost with some power. Okay. Really largely uncharged. I'm really surprised they're showing all the recipes and everything in here. It's kind of nice. Converting your RF to EU with immersive engineering cables. That's definitely a possibility we could do. I know I would like to get further in immersive engineering. My goal will be probably having like water mills being our primary power source until we can get into something more heavy duty. Oh wow, they even covered that. That's convenient. For those that don't know, for the metal former, you do have different modes for cutting, extruding, and rolling. So it takes care of the 2 tools you need. Extruding is going to be handy for making your cables. Cutting is going to help make the plates. So you roll out your plate and then you can use the cutting to cut them into the casings. And then it's talking about the wiki for more information. Oh, well, you know, I was just talking about it and here that's already what it wants us to do. Okay. If memory serves, that's probably not the most efficient. But I'm not looking for the most efficiency with these. I know I should, but I don't want to. Alright, so that's what it wants us to do next. I'm going to have to figure out where to put that then. Point. Down tech tree. AI is your best friend. Few time gate progression points. Fairly early. Please see the tips section for a few secrets. Alright, so it says AE is going to be in very end game, but we can work around that. I have an idea. And lots of iridium. Oh boy. The extreme crafting table. I've always been curious about that. I don't know what these are, so I'll have to look those up. Oh my. This is something I'm going to want right away. I didn't think they changed the angel ring recipes. Oh boy, this is going to be really interesting. Oh, ooh. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Of course, this would definitely ruin any lava generation, but that is a very interesting thought. Alright, we probably won't be getting into anywhere near this just yet, but we'll start with those water wheels. Let's take a look at what it wants for magic. Let's see, so it looks like it wants us to start with Thaumcraft? No, Britannia. I should have guessed. Britannia's a pretty good early game starter. Oh, so they kept the diluted mana pool. I know that some Skyblocks, or mods for that matter, just changed the diluted to the actual one. It's kind of like an unnecessary step in my opinion. I think Britannia should get rid of it. But to each his own. Passive mana generation may be nice. We might just have to skip it. Unless we just need some basic mana right away in the beginning. Which is probably what we'll have to do. And then changing it up. And then that's probably will be our major mana generator. Since we have cold coke, we can go and use that to help further fuel that. It looks like steel? Or is that iron? It's from steel or iron. Ooh. But iron's double the mana cost. That's interesting. I'd still probably prefer to go with the iron route. I don't care because steel takes time to make. I know one of the things I made required at least 3 steel nuggets, and that was a pain. So then it doesn't. Well, that's interesting. Taking the great wood planks to make, or the wood log to planks through mana infusion. Huh. That's an interesting way to progress. Let's leave that alone, because once we hit the witchery stuff, and I'm not the biggest fan of witchery. I've tried it through regrowth, and I was getting really, really irritated with it. So let's take a look at the tips here. Time gates. There are a few time gates in expert mode to be aware of, so you don't get stuck waiting forever. Pure Certus quartz crystal needed for the inscriber will take 16 hours real lifetime to create? Oh my goodness. Machine frames and iridium, as well as other higher tier materials, can take a long time in the assembly table to create. Gradually increasing the amount of lasers you have to go to help offset that bit. Oh, that's horrible. Storage. In expert mode, storage of items will not be as easy as been in the past. Many players have come up with logistical pipe systems along with storage drawers for their playthrough solution. I don't know about logistic pipes, but we might work with that. It'll take a significant amount of time to get up and running. Don't expect to have that at the beginning of the game. Yeah, I kind of figured as much. Your Y level is very important when creating mob farms. Under Y64, bats will spawn. Over, squids will not spawn in water. Oh, fun. And I don't think we have any needs for admin commands. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright. So now we're going to figure out power gen. If that's the case, then this is going to be kind of like the main processing, crafting, home area. I don't know, maybe I should extend this out more so that the house can be kind of a decent size. And then we can extend this out further. And we'll create like a walkway dedicated to the water wheels. So we're definitely going to get some immersive engineering going, and I believe we need the immersive engineering seeds. Let's see if I can remember which chest it was. This one. Sugarcane, pumpkin, melon, birch, carrot, corn spruce. For those that don't know, you can take these. Actually, maybe I already did it and forgot. If you put it in your crafting grid, you can get the agrocraft version and then plant that. Except I don't think grass seed will. That's kind of for to convert dirt to grass. Shoot. I'm going to find out how we get the immersive engineering seeds. I'm not ready for this yet. I think with next episode, I'm going to go and show how to start getting agrocraft started. I don't think I have enough wood, to be honest. I'm down to 26, I think, is the only limit I have. I don't think I put any extra in here, did I? Nope. What about in this chest? I can't wait to have flight. Yeah, I need to start growing more trees and get wood. Ooh, that's a good thought. I doubt we can make this. Even with the machine basic. Well, that would need the compressor, I bet. Yeah. I think we're a bit a ways yet before we can really take advantage of getting full wood amounts. I don't think IC2 has its own sawmill, does it? Wind, steam, kinetic water, generator, water mill, solar. No voltage. Furnace, macerator, extractor. Ooh. Okay. Next machine I make will be the extractor. That's gonna take time, and we're kind of running low on time already, so I'll probably have to do that off camera quick. It's not gonna be too difficult, I think. Compressor isn't that bad. Just gonna be that time consuming. Okay, so extractor and compressor we're gonna be making. Magnetizer, that's electrolyzer, recycler, induction, mass, teleporter, Tesla coil, cop matron, thermocentrifuge. That's gonna be a later game because of the mining laser. Or washing plant. That might be handy if we're gonna go the IC2 route of processing ores. But I don't know. Will it work with the dusts? Or does it have to have the original ore to macerate? I'll have to look into that a little bit more. I don't know if I'll get to it by the next episode. Scanner, pattern storage, replicator. Come on. I thought you had some sort of thing for wood. I guess not. Well, that is interesting. I thought it had something for wood, but I guess not. Guess it's just thermal expansion that does. Boy, we got a lot of work ahead of us to get progressing further in the technology that I want. Oh yes, before I forget, we're gonna start working on, that's what I was thinking I need steel nuggets for. Solar panels. I should be able to get up to the redstone level. So it'll take one of these and it'll produce 1 RF a tick. Not a whole lot, so we definitely need to upgrade that. The second tier does 8. It's not too bad. Downside with these is they do not transfer energy from below. I think they have to be right next to, by the sides. That kind of disappointed me, because I think I tried an experiment where I was using these on top of the auto hammer and the auto sieve for not getting power. But really what I want is at least up to the redstone level. 64 RF per tick. It's going to take a lot because it's going to require 8 of these of the hardened. We also have to make these cores. And these won't be as bad. Invar ingot, nuggets, and electrum. So that will be pretty easy. So in theory, except that cable would be blocking the solar unless I put it over here behind it. That could work. And I might have to move what's in this contents. If I want to have the solar there, because I don't like constantly having to use coal. That emptied out? Oh, okay. And then we got these two here ready to be moved. They kept their internal storage, so damn, I can't remember. Let's see, down below that. I think that was the last thing I forgot to show. I originally had intended to have this be like right underneath this to kind of give it the feeling that, yeah, the heat from this is heating that up, but I wasn't finding it to fit nicely the way I wanted it to. I could in theory move it, but my current problem is getting this creosote. I need to get a drum made at least to go and get this out, and I might have to use a liquid transfer node to keep it going. And the blast furnace, ouch, that's not a lot of steel. We'll have to work on that. So getting more steel is definitely going to be our priority. I'm going to have to get a drum. I'm thinking put the drum right here and then have liquid transfer node right here pumping it into it would work best, because I don't, let's take a look at the, let's see, the flux ducts. Well, those may now be actually accessible to us. I just don't like using the assembly table. How's the hardened one look? Really? So lead, followed by... Okay, that's making sense now. Okay, and that's a thermal expansion recipe, so we can't use that. But these transfer rates will be pretty handy. What's the... temperate fluid? Will break if extremely hot or cold. Okay, so we don't want to use these. This is probably the one I will. Can be any temperature. So it needs hardened glass. That might be hard to get. Invar blend's easy. Yeah, because we're going to need the induction smelter. Okay, so that will be out of the question. Flux plated, fluid duct, item duct, dense item duct. How does our item ducts look? Again with the hardened glass. Oh. I don't know if we can get the alloy smelter yet. We'll have to take a look at that. And then... where is it? Item impulse. There should be like an item flux duct. Fluctuating item duct. That's the opaque, dense. So it takes the regular and we so that's not going to be an option either. Yeah, so I think the liquid transfer node is going to be our best bet right now. Just for in terms of technology tiers, I think that's going to work best. I might have to start investing in getting a lot of filters made though. Would like to see about upgrading these faucets, but something tells me if I try with the extra utilities one, it won't give me the results I want. I really wish this would say how many blocks, then ingots, and then nuggets. That really irritates me. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. We're going to get those two machines made the best we can. I will get an AgriCraft set up, hopefully done on camera, so that you guys can see. I'll try to do the math and figure out how I'm going to work it. But basically what's going to happen is we're going to have a spot for our water source. And we'll see about doing an infinite water source by using... basically place a block in here, break the block with the liquid transfer node with the world interaction upgrade, and that should be our infinite water source that we can pump over to the I don't think they're really barrels, but I could double check. I guess they are oak barrels. Well, we can do any other barrel, but oak is our primary tree right now. So we'll do oak barrels to go and hold the water that we're making from the infinite water source. Where you see the water source here, about 4 blocks above, will be the sprinkler, and then we'll have it pipe down the line here, and we'll probably have like one that's a steady line, and then have the gates. Let's take a quick look. AgriCraft. Yeah, the wooden channel valve, and then have some levers to go and control when we want the water to go. I'm thinking it will keep up just fine, but I want to be sure that I'm only using the sprinkler when I absolutely need to use it, so that way I'll help reduce server lag. And I am going way over. Alright, so that will take care of what we've got accomplished so far. I know I haven't really done much for showing for crafting on camera, mainly because I've been trying to figure out how I want to plan it so it's not a waste of time of an episode. So I'm thinking for sure that we'll probably plan to stretch that out a little bit further to go and allow for a better processing home area. We'll try to get this area cleared out so that we can have more trees planted. We might even have to move them a couple blocks just to kind of fit more in. and then get proper auto processing going. And I will try to get as many materials as I can off camera. I don't know how much I will be able to get done at all today. I've got a lot of things I have to go and do for the family, and tomorrow or I should say Wednesday, I will be busy, but I don't know how long busy because I'll be at the hospital with family. So when this video publishes, hopefully I will have something done if I got enough playtime in. If not, we might have to delay a day for an episode, and I'll just try to do like an all-day type of thing, try to rush and get the stuff all done. Like I said, we're gonna need to eventually get a mob farm started. For that, oops. If I remember right, I think it's extra utility. Yes, here we go. We can make this spike. Or not. That's evil. That is just evil. Why the etheric sword? Oh, that's gold. I want iron. Why would they make the wooden ones so expensive? This is cheaper, practically. Oh, the gold is horribly expensive. Yeah, we might have to do the iron spike method depending on how horrible the QE recipe is. I'm not even going to chance it. I'm thinking that's too far advanced. We'll probably have to do something more simplistic and do manual killing, I think. Vacuum hoppers. Those eye vendors. Yeah, I will figure out how I want to do a mob farm. I don't want it relatively close by, but close enough where it's, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. House, possibly having power generation here. Wait, no, that's the tech area. I'm sorry, getting my directions mixed up. So house, power generation, garden. Magic's gonna be huge. Tech area shouldn't be too big. So maybe right around here could be the mob farm. I think that's what we might end up doing. Yeah, I think that takes care of it. I apologize for the extra long episode. Things threw me off, and that you couldn't see on camera, obviously. But hopefully you're enjoying the series. I know I kind of want to do more on camera to show you, but I've been trying to keep it where I'm actually doing some design aesthetics as well, and that's kind of thrown me off a bit for how I want to do the videos. So I apologize on that, but hopefully you all are enjoying the show. Leave comments, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, and if you do dislike it, post in the comments and tell me why you dislike it. What do you think I need to do different? Let me know. I like to hear your comments and your thoughts. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a great day, and take care of everybody.